What do you think of the situation that unfolded in college football this week where Lincoln Riley and Brian Kelly leave Oklahoma and Notre Dame for much greener financial pastures and technically maybe even coaching pastures, but being done right at the outset of a college football playoff season that Notre Dame's right in the middle of right now, Tony?
It's a little surprising. In Oklahoma, maybe a little bit farther out of it, but they are in the same boat too. You're preparing for a bowl game. The coaches are out recruiting. Brian Kelly was in California, I guess, recruiting someone. You're talking to somebody about coming to Notre Dame and why it's the best place in the world to come. And then in 30 minutes, as these coaches say, hey, I had one conversation, and all of a sudden I'm in at USC or I'm at LSU. It's the way things are, and everything's a business. But it's disappointing. You feel badly for the kids. You feel badly for guys who got recruited thinking they're going to play for a coach, and the coach has done everything he can to sell them, and then it is not there. And it's our system, and you can't begrudge people of that, but it is disappointing.
Well, I mean, were you reached out to, Tony? Because, I mean, I know that Tomlin was on a wish list for USC, and if people are shooting their shot with no, I'm serious. If they're shooting their shot, you're like the ultimate shoot your shot. Let's see if he'll say no guy.
I think most people now understand that I've been retired for 13 years. I would have been flattered, but no, I was not reached out to. But I guess with the money that they're talking about, you would at least have to think about it. I'd still say no, but I wouldn't say no right as soon as I answer the phone. And when they're talking about $100 million, you'd have to think about it and then say no.
But you'd have hung up the phone and thought about it, right? Is what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
Well, I bet so.
But some of it is crazy. The money that's involved and just the fact that, gosh, what was I reading at LSU that X number of professors and the top people on campus, 25 or 30 of them, don't make what they're going to pay the head football coach. That's where we are. And the head football coach brings more notoriety and more attention to the school and increases donors and that type of thing. So it's supply and demand, I guess.
What do you think these contracts, like the one, for instance, that's rumored to be Lincoln Riley's, where houses are bought above market value, private jets are afforded to his family. How do you think that lands with professional NFL head coaches? Do you think that gives an idea, maybe, a little bit?
It will, and eventually when they do seriously start coming after the Mike Tomlins and Sean Paytons and people like that, then it is going to have a rollover effect into the NFL, where the NFL owners may say now, well, I'm not doing that, but, you lose a great coach. You lose someone, you'll have to think about it. And then now an NFL coach, I've always signed up for a long term and get the security, but maybe I want to be on a 1-year or 2-year deal if I can get a college to throw $15 million at me, and then I can go back to my owner and say, do you really want me to stay? I think it is going to have some ramifications.
Right. I mean, certainly since, the college schemes have now bled into the pros, maybe the college contracts can as well.
We'll have to see.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.